Hey guys, thanks for stopping by Ballistic Barbecue. You know, the holidays are closing in on us fast, and if you're like me, you're already planning out those holiday menus. One of the things that I really enjoy doing is taking a traditional dish like turkey or ham, kicking it up a few notches, and that's what I've done on this video here. I'm going to be taking a turkey, it's been brined, we're going to cut it in half, grill it on the Weber, a lot of nice aromatics, apple. Then I'm going to be hitting it with a nice apple ale reduction at the end, so stand by, it's going to be good. I have a lot of other recipes posted down below. You might want to check those out. And after you're done watching this video, go ahead and check out Barbecue Food for You, killer channel. Anyway, let's get going. All right, guys, the star of our show. Fresh turkey, a little over 13 pounds. Fresh meaning it's never been frozen, and 100% natural meaning no hormones or anything were used during the raising of this bird. And it also does not have any injected marinades or flavorings or butter or anything like that. Very important because I brined this overnight. And if you're interested, I have a video linked down below that has the brining recipe. First thing I'm going to do is cut this bird in half. Like I said, we're doing it a little different than your traditional turkey recipes. After I pulled it out of the brine, I did rinse it and patted it dry, but obviously. All right, so we're gonna pull out the big guns here. First thing I'm gonna do is cut this spine out. All right, so spine's removed. Now what we're gonna do is get this bird to lay down flat, and then we're gonna cut it in half. And there we go. Two halves of a bird. So let's get to the seasoning part of this video here, and we'll get this on the pit pretty soon. All right, so what I've done now is I've taken 2 sheets of heavy duty foil and I've connected it together by creating a seam, by folding in a seam. Have that laid out. Over the seam, I've placed 1 more sheet of foil just to help prevent leakage once this thing gets all wrapped up. It's gonna leak, but this will help a little bit. I went ahead and sprayed all of the foil with nonstick. Even though there's gonna be butter and other oils going around, the nonstick spray won't burn, so it'll help prevent the skin from sticking. What I'm gonna do right off the bat here is I've got some softened, unsalted butter, and I went with unsalted because of the brine. There's a lot of salt in there, and you'll see what I'm gonna do next. There's gonna be some more salt added. All right, so got the skin nice and covered with butter. I'm gonna take some, this is pancetta, diced up pancetta I've minced up really finely. I'm gonna cover this bird with pancetta. So as you can see, it's gonna not only add flavor, it's gonna help with the moisture, and it's also gonna help with that salt. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is carefully flip this over. Obviously, pancetta is going to fall off. I don't really care about that as long as I keep it in the proximity of where all the skin is. And then we'll get to working on that inner cavity. All right, so on this inner cavity here, I'm going to add a little bit more butter. Again, that's going to just really help with this juicy, moist turkey here we're going to end up with. And it just adds some great flavor, obviously. Got some butter in here. Now we're going to start adding some fresh herbs. Going to lay down just some fresh rosemary, some fresh sage. A little goes a long way with the sage. Some fresh thyme. Now we're going to start adding some aromatic vegetables, and I just coarsely chopped all this. In this bowl here, I have a mixture of carrot, celery, green onion, garlic. We're just going to lay this down in the cavity here. Now here I have one coarsely chopped Granny Smith apple. It's going to add for some really great sweetness and a little, tartness here. Just lay this right over top of the vegetables. All right. Now what we're going to do is just wrap this bad boy up. I said bad boy, it's a hen, so bad girl. Now we want to keep this nice and tight. Alrighty, so this half is done. I'm going to bang out the second half and then we'll get out to the Weber and get this thing going. Alright, it's time to get this bird on the Weber. Now I'm going to be cooking this with indirect heat, meaning I have all my lumped charcoal on this side of the grill, none on this side. It'll make it easier to control the heat that way, and I'm not going to get a burnt turkey here. I'm putting this down first. It's going to be skin side down in the foil. I'm going to cook it that way for about 30 minutes and then flip it, go another 30 minutes, and then we're going to take off the foil, get this thing grilling. Covered. Right now my vents are fully open. I plan on running this about 350, 375, so I'm going to keep an eye on the thermometer here and adjust the damper accordingly. In the meantime, let's go into the kitchen and we'll get going with that reduction. Okay, now this reduction is about as easy as it gets. I'm adding 1 bottle of Red's apple ale. Any apple ale will do, or just apple cider is fine. 1/4 cup of apple juice. 1/2 cup of brown sugar, 1/4 cup apple vinegar, about a 1/4 teaspoon cinnamon, nice pinch of kosher salt. Going to mix all this up nice and good here. Let this come to a boil. And I'm going to reduce the heat and simmer it until it reduces to a nice kind of a glaze consistency. See you in a bit. Turkey's been chugging away now for a little over an hour. What I'm going to do is remove these from the heat, take them inside. I have some liquid to drain out of the foil. Then I'm going to bring them back out, put them on the heat, unfoiled. So this is where it gets fun. See you in a bit. All right, guys, welcome back. Went ahead and drained the foil, brought the halves back out to the grill. And I actually left those cavities stuffed with those aromatic vegetables and the apple and everything. As soon as I got these back onto the grill, I hit them with some more of that unsalted butter. A little of this. This is the Dimitri's Gourmet Seasoning. Love the stuff on turkey. And I went ahead and the pancetta that fell off, I put it back on the bird. It'll keep rendering, keep adding flavor. Go ahead and put the lid back on. And I'm going to monitor this. I'm guessing another hour or so. I'm basically going to go off the internal temp, and I want to get that nice golden brown skin. So, see you guys in a bit. All right, guys, so turkey's been on without any foil now for 30 minutes. I took its temperature just a few seconds ago, and it was registering at 150. I'm going to pull it probably around 175. Now what I'm going to do is glaze this bird. Here's that glaze, that reduction I made, and this is a 1/2 cup. And this is all a reduction, so I reduced a lot of the liquid out of here. So I'm not going to brush it on, I'm just going to drizzle a little bit on. It's going to be just a nice little bit of flavor when you bite into the skin here. It's going to be killer. All right. Put the lid on. I'm going to check it in another 30 minutes. It'll probably be done right about then, so I will see you in a bit. All right, guys, so a little over 2 hours, and look at this. Awesome. I wish you guys could smell this. Anyway, what I'm going to do now is pull this off the fire, take it inside, let it set for a little bit, then I'll get this carved up and we'll have a taste. Anyway, I'll see you inside. And here we are, guys, all carved up, beautiful, smells wonderful. Turkey dinner in the middle of October, what more could you ask for? That sweetness from that apple ale reduction just comes out. It's perfect. I love it. Very, very happy with this cook. Anyway, guys, like I said, I have a lot of turkey recipes, other holiday recipes down below here. Check them out. What's this? Big Meat Sunday. What do you know? Anyway, I'll see you on the next video.